bottle checks, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
Hi, my name is Shayna, and I'm the owner of Fancy Fort Slumber Parties, a luxury teepee rentals business. And I've been in business for a little over 2 years, and I've done at least 100 parties. And now I'm helping people like me, mompreneurs, entrepreneurs, that want to start a business just like mine. If you're not sure what TP Slumber Party Rentals is, basically we provide themed sleepovers, and so that includes the teepees, the mattresses, bed sheets, sometimes pillows, decor, shams, to make a beautiful sleepover experience. So one of the first questions that I get about starting this business is, how much is it going to cost? My guide for starting a TP Slumber Party Rentals business states around $2,000. And I would say that's pretty generous. You could probably, depending on where you get your items, you could probably get it a little bit lower than that. But you need mattresses, you need standard stuff, like you're not gonna be getting different color bed sheets. Stick with white. You're gonna buy things that you can reuse in multiple themes. So stick to the basics, reuse items, and that's how you're gonna save money on starting the business. So what is the actual earning potential of this business? I'm gonna give you my personal example. Obviously, you're gonna have to do research and decide if you're gonna be a premium service, if you're gonna offer something a little less than premium, not too fancy. But for Fancy Fort Summer Parties, my standard package, I have a minimum of 4, and the charge for that is $575. That includes delivery, setup, and pickup. Now, if it's over 30 miles traveled, I do charge a travel fee. And I also charge taxes. And so, yeah, that's how much I charge per party. And again, you got to do your own research to set your prices. But this is what has been working for me for a little over 2 years. All right, so realistically, how long is it gonna take you to get your first booking? Again, from my own personal experience, it took me around 2.5 months to 3 months to get my first booking. And what did I do? I started posting on Facebook groups, especially mom and parent groups, but you could also just do local groups, a mix. You're gonna have to do what you have to do to get your first booking. So posting on Facebook groups, having your Instagram set up, you're gonna have your TikTok set up. Again, Facebook, you're gonna have your Facebook page. A little tidbit is that it's easier to post from a personal page on Facebook groups. I don't really post a lot from my Facebook page, business Facebook page. There's some restrictions in some groups. Anyways, you will find that out. So I post from my personal page, and I tag my business page on Facebook groups. I would say don't post more than once a week per group, because people get how do you say, they get I don't know how to say the word protective. They get protective about people that they call it like spamming. Like if you're spamming the page, you're probably gonna get kicked out. Anyways, another important thing is obviously to set up your Google. Google is still pretty big as far as searching. So you're gonna set up your Google. You're gonna set up your business on Google. What else? Obviously, use your personal network. You're gonna do mock-ups at home. You're gonna take pictures. Marketplace. What else? I'm thinking. Just anything you can do to get your business out there. Tell people, and tell your kids' friends. your own friends. What else? Everything. If someone asks me like, what's the best place to post? Everywhere is the best place to post. Just find your audience. And, the more you're out there, the more chances you're going to have to get your first booking. So, yeah. All right, so let's talk about some mistakes that you need to avoid, in my personal opinion. So very first one from me, and this was huge in my numbers, was underpricing. And now, like, it irks me when I see people are underpricing. At the end of the day, when you underprice, you're only doing yourself a disfavor, because eventually you're going to find out how much work it takes, how much time it takes, an effort, and you got to put that value in your pricing. Personally, I no longer am the cheapest option in my area, and that's because I've learned from my mistakes. I mean, I made $20,000 more in my second year than my first year by just setting my prices correctly. So that's huge, 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 huge. It's okay to provide, some promotions in the beginning, or, throughout the year. But for the most part, I would say my prices stay consistent. And that's because I don't have time anymore to be underpricing and not paying myself enough, but again, like, my time is valuable and a lot of effort does go into what we are doing. So, all right. Second mistake is overbuying. I said it in the beginning, and I'm going to say it again. Stop overbuying stuff. Stop buying 10 different colors of trays, different color bed sheets. Yeah, you could buy a few different color blankets depending on your themes. Investing in themes that you don't know are going to actually get booked. So you need to look at stuff that is trending. The themes that I started with were Boho Princess or Boho Pink, Mermaid Dreams, and Gamer. Out of those three, Boho Princess is my most booked party still. Mermaid Dreams booked one time in 2.5 years. And Gamer booked maybe like one time as well. So, yeah, don't overbuy. Keep it simple. Pick, honestly, maybe 2 themes that are trending. And then when people actually request stuff, that's when you can invest in those themes. And also, if you see people request it multiple times, at this point, when somebody requests something different than what I already have, I do charge a custom fee. All right, that's all I got for today. Again, if you're thinking of starting a TP rental slumber party business, I'm here to provide advice and information. I have a guide currently on Etsy where it's named How to Start a TP Slumber Party Business Under $2,000. I know that's long, but I wanted to get the message out there. How to start this on a budget of under $2,000. And I think that's very realistic. And I also have an essentials guide for my, not just the Boho Princess theme. I have links of all the items or alternates that you can use for that theme that's still booking consistently for me, and then other basic items that you just need to start your business. And again, that's available on Etsy. And I plan on making more videos for you, giving you more information. Please remember to subscribe if you're interested. And I look forward to just creating more content and helping people start a side hustle, start a business that is actually realistic and that's gonna make you that extra income, or eventually something that you could do full time. See you later. Bye bye.